And Paper and Athena, you both good?
Yes.
I wouldn't use the word good, but here.
Awake.
Fair enough.
I'm so scared.
Isn't that every episode though?
Oh, this is
Yeah,
this
no,
is like-
every episode you guys are so petrified.
Hmm.
I'm actually genuinely worried about Aris and myself.
Notice it's not any of you guys.
You guys will be.
Well, the
You'll
thing
be
is,
next.
though,
I'm worried about us first.
ours has a 1-to-1 ratio of meeting the time avatar and dying, so let's see if we can keep it to 1-to-1.
No. We don't want to keep it 1-to-1.
So the cabinets are the shoe racks, the new shoe racks.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw
Talk about
it.
that later. Let's go.
All right. So, last time you guys had finished doing some reminiscing about the month that you had off, just kind of doing your own things, binding together to face what has become a new threat to the south. Apparently, a entity of time nature seems to have taken up residence and absorbed 2 portals in the southern region by Lishon. You met with the other factions, or at least many of the factions within the city, to determine a course of action, attempting to consolidate forces and convince others to not go off on their own. While mostly successful, you did have also a rising need for making sure that the city itself would be maintained in order, since it seems that the constant excursions leaving the city, bare of most enforcement, is starting to have its toll. The tieflings, having started to make their entrance into Lashon, and those that are up north in Murda, preparing for transport, whether it be by carriage or teleportation, everybody is getting ready. Aris, you have entered the city of Lashon. You have a few hours before the tieflings are going to start coming up behind you. But you are standing there with a few of the other scouts, namely Nethza and your father and Kalki.
Was there a plan? Or we were. The 3 of them, whoever's there.
The plan was to work with the local Silver Fang to determine a good location, but the leadership hasn't made its way to where you guys are just yet. So they're going to be with the main force coming up soon.
I need to make a stop on. Silverfang.
We're not at the city yet.
Yeah, probably never been down here myself. At this point, Nets kind of looks over. Well, traveling all the different cities without telling anybody, huh?
This is where I went when, you know.
I'm gonna go see if I can find a nice place to rest. I need to do some preparations. But feel free to enjoy. Okay. Alright, so Netza breaks off, but your father and sister do follow you. Okay. And as you go down the rather familiar streets, you notice that in this part of town, not much has changed since you were last here. Um, and particularly as you get closer and you start hearing a string of profanities and the hammering of an anvil, which is very quickly followed up with, "Ah, that's better."
Gonna walk up to the outside, or where?
She is. She is working away at her anvil.
Time no see. How you been?
Ah, grab the hammer over there. I'm going to be working on this piece, and we need to weld these two pieces together, and it's being a pain in the ass.
Gone for how long, and you don't even say, "Oh, hey, how?"
No time. Let's go. Hammer.
I got stuff to do.
And we can do it right after we get these
God.
melded.
It's flame
Okay.
bulking up.
Go ahead and give me a. Let's see how well you remember to do this. Go ahead and give me a history check.
Really bad at this, by the way.
You do decently. It doesn't take very long, but as she kind of centers the pin and you get the hammer ready, you start hammering the pieces together, getting a few reprimands in the process of like, no, too early. Let me get it straight. But eventually the pieces are melded appropriately. Trilly looking at it, happy with how it's looking. And as you stand back up, Trilly herself barely coming to your waist. Ah, ooh, you've grown up. Far less depressing. And with friends.
Friends.
Ah, a pleasure, a pleasure. Name is Trilly. If you ever need anything built by a blacksmith, well, you know where to come.
I take it you noticed in the south there, Trilly?
Oh yeah, there's always a fuss here and there. Apparently the pass has been extra passy recently, but you know. Yes, the one that goes into the mountains. Oh, something about ghost soldiers and other fun things.
Alright.
Not heading down there, would we?
Never. But I do need to go talk to Inara on an unrelated note.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
They're gonna fight with a dwarf or halfling or gnome.
A gnome.
Worst idea.
It's been a while since Trilly has thrown a tool at you. But luckily she chose one of the lighter ones. I told you not to lie to me. So why are you heading down south to fight? Last I saw you, you weren't much of a fighter. Could barely hold a hammer.
I've gotten better at my
Ooh, you can hold it right. You know how much bat shit you left all over the place?
Yeah. Do appreciate it though, Trilly.
Well, before you go anywhere, you're going to want to speak to Inara. She's over in her citadel. I mean, arena. Whatever you want to call it.
I was fun. We're waiting on a night.
Bunch of people. How many are we speaking? Armies at your back? Suddenly a general?
You'll see. This is before the meeting, right?
This would pretty much be concurrent.
I don't really know I need to go talk to him.
Well, I guess we should make our way.
Here we go.
And as you see her kind of brushing off her apron, she kind of takes a moment. Actually, I'm going to leave it dirty. And starts walking down the street. You see Kalki kind of giggling to herself and kind of giving you a quizzical look of like, who is this person and what?
Oh, sorry. Hey, Kalki, Dad, this is.
Pleasure to meet you. Guys are slow. Let's go. And you see her just kind of waving a hand forward as she doesn't even look back.
Just gonna go with her.
Okay. Your dad kind of just rolls his eyes looking at you. Oh, and I thought your sister was bad. But it takes you a little bit of time, and once you get to the Silver Fang, you see all the soldiers kind of getting slightly more nervous, seeing who is at the head of your party. But as she walks by, going, "Hello! Here to see Inara. Would she be at her usual station, or is she training, or doing other things, or just loafing about, as she usually does?" One of the guards kind of looks at the group. We can announce your presence. She should be in the main central region, prepping for the excursion to the south. Oh, no need. I can find her. And Trilly just kind of walks through the gate. And none of the guards seem to be making any attempt to stop her. Okay. You get about 5 minutes of walking through the region. This is a place you've never been before, but getting inside, you can see why Trilly often refers to this place as a citadel. This is definitely a place built for defense. It might look like an arena on the outside, but it is heavily fortifiable. And when you get to the main area, you see Inara sitting at a table with soldiers practicing in front of her, seeming to be a mix of the city guard and Silverfang. Upon seeing your group coming, Inara lets out a curse. Do you speak Undercommon? So you have no idea what she's saying, but you can pretty much gather the intent. And what did I do to bother having you all come in this way? I see you found your whelp again. Oh, don't mind him. He's just here to talk to you about setting up some places for, quote, a lot of people. Would you have a place for that? Oh dear me, where are my manners? And you see her start wiping her hands on her extremely dusty and dirty coat and start handing it out, not giving her a chance to refuse grasping her hands. To which Inara pulls away. I had heard from Rumak that you were coming down. Few hundred, correct? Well, lucky for you, there was a interesting individual that set up an area that you would be more than capable of fitting everyone into. It's got a nice manor inside of it, plus many other small houses he's built in the meantime. Somewhat. You see her kind of grabbing a rag, start wiping her hands off. Calling out to one of the other soldiers nearby. Start making the preparations. No matter who is going to be coming down from Murda, We need to make sure that we have plenty of resources ready to go for the fight ahead. I'll introduce you to them. Come with me. And as you're making your way down, do you try to have any conversation with her at all?
Is it just her and I, or who's there?
Oh no, it's all four of, or five of you.
I guess what I would ask is, what's just down there other than worst case? Or the...
Well, as you can see, the fluctuations there seem to be having some sort of influence on individuals that go inside of it. We've also had a rising of visages. We don't know exactly what they are, but even when we kill them, they seem to come back again. I guess the best way of describing it is people that are long dead suddenly aren't. And before you get any thoughts in your head, no, they're not undead. We've already tested that.
I'm
Make an insight check. She's very good at being stoic, and apparently has had a lot of practice of ignoring Trilly, and therefore has made it very simple for her to hide her emotions. You can't really tell.
I take it Rumox told you the situation?
Oh yes, he's appraised me of your involvement with certain aspects of this, as well as the other members of your group. So can't hold a blacksmith's hammer and have problems with around the world, huh? Well, just have to give you more training when we get back in town, then.
Oh, Trilly said that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know the half of it.
Well, if the mess you left in my workshop is any idea, putting you out in the world probably wasn't the smartest of ideas.
Not a bad.
And as you're going down this road, you notice that there is a massive break amongst the buildings just south of what's on the map. And in the middle of this break, there is a single large tree. Welcome to whatever the hell he calls it. We can just go in the door. He doesn't deny anyone access. Let's head on in. At which point you travel into this portal and you see, for all intents and purposes, a massive mansion with what looks like a collection of other buildings making up a small city.
Oh my god.
And an old man comes walking up. Oh! One of the people I met when I first got here.
Then
I've perfected my recipe. Come here. And before you get much of a chance to do much, a wineskin is flying through the air in your direction. Go ahead and make an initiative check. Okay. Trilly jumps up to try and catch it before you, but you are able to snatch it above her height.
I got my wineskin back. Let's go.
Added a little kick to this one. Ah, and the rest of you, a pleasure to meet you. The name here is Grilmir. Not sure what to call myself on this world, but you can also call me the Inquisitor.
Sorry to interrupt, Grelmir. But you end up finding what you had some danger that you were coming down here for?
Oh yes, found quite a few of them actually. Help me expand this place.
Pretty impressive.
It's been a lot of fun. Think I might take it with me in my next adventure as well. Make a perception check. Okay. He seems the same as you saw him previously. The spell work, you understand how this mansion usually should work. And it absolutely should not work the way that it is working in front of your eyes right now. So, I'm assuming you didn't come here just to try out my new stock. What can I help you with?
We have a lot of people. A period of time.
You're welcome to bring them all in here. No issues at all. Only building that's off limits will be that one. Not because there's, any... Well... You might not keep your hands if you go in that one. There's things in there that aren't very pleasant. Kind of like an outhouse. But yeah, however many you need to bring in, if we need to expand the city, we can. Oh, it was! It was! I've, fiddled with it a little.
I wouldn't have any idea.
Make an Arcana check. You have no idea what he's doing.
Dude, that's fucked.
Oh, but if they're going to be coming in, they'll need to come through this door. If they have anything larger than the door, they might need to shrink it. Oh, well, brilliant. That'll make it easy then. And you said a few hundred. That's a lot of wine to make. All right, I'll get right on it. Have you tried it? Make an intelligence save. Okay.
Fuck off. Really?
It is not the same Goodberry wine. In fact, it is an extremely potent wine of an origin you can't distinguish. But a few things that you're noticing. One, all the aches and pains that you had from walking all day are just gone. And you are feeling really good. Currently, anything that's going to require a strength or dexterity check will be at disadvantage. But anything that requires a intelligence or wisdom stat will be at advantage.
Ooh. Ooh. Do I still have more in the wineskin?
You do.
I hope you're not thinking of going into battle drunk.
I fucking would for those.
Not a bad idea.
But you see him going out, and as you chat with the others, talking about logistics, you notice Grillmere suddenly is pulling a massive pot almost 5 times his size, and sets up a ladder next to it and starts tossing in ingredients.
Okay. I don't know. That's really good, actually, if he's doing that for the going. Anara,
At this point, Anara... Oh, good.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, good.
I think the plan is to... Was it... Nihilus said... Has the ascending from Nihilus happened yet?
It is not.
I'm not sure when everyone's gonna get here. I think it was like what day for the ship to get here.
Roughly,
How many
yes.
people are coming? So I would expect we're probably gonna go out that night or the morning after. Preferably sooner the better, but
I'm sure that as soon as Rumak has finished with their meeting up north, he'll notify me of the expected numbers, and will provide accommodation. But how far out is the rest of your band?
well,
I'll send a few scouts to find them and lead them the rest of the way. Well, I do need to get back to the arena, unless there's something else you needed.
we just know that it's actual people. That's all we know. We don't. No one's gone further in. No one knows what's.
Make a persuasion check.
And I'll even like pull out my old fang, I guess, or
Okay. Alright, you can do so at advantage. The dead are dead. Any time magic will only bring them back temporarily. So to answer your question, yes, they are people. But no, they have no idea who they are, what they're doing, or why they're doing it. They're just replaying a time frame that's long gone.
you're gonna be out there with us? I take it.
All of my force, plus any others I can scrounge up from this city guard.
Should we be able to get to who's around? Do I have distance from like Trilly, my dad, and
Your dad and sister are currently still right next to you, but Trilly has joined Grillmere in making of the wine.
So I would say there's something I had to try.
Well, considering who we're up against, whatever you're going to try needs to be done fast. Otherwise, we're all going to die.
Plan A and Plan B.
Well, I will ensure that the remainder of the Tiefling band is brought here. As for everything else, we're going to wait for Rumok's orders. You see them kind of heading out. Make an insight check. You've seen Inara a few times before. She's always been sharp, but very to the point, gets it done. That's it. You've never seen her nervous. That is definitely the case right now. All right. Was there anything that you wanted to accomplish before that day's end, other than getting the rest of the band there?
I'll probably go find Netza.
Okay. Okay. Make an investigation check. Mm-hmm. With that, you would not be able to find her. But when the tieflings all arrive, including her brother, she does suddenly appear once again. All right. Everybody up in Murda. It is a new morning. The Silver Fang is finishing their preparations, and the Iron Tower is preparing the teleports. What would you like to do?
Questions?
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, we talked that we were going to go when they got here, right?
So at this point, you would have gotten Nilus's message.
Was it the evening or
So-
the afternoon, or what was it?
This would be late night at this point.
Yeah, but when they were coming.
Some of them should be arriving the next day. They're going to be using teleportation magic to get into the Silver Fang Arena. And then airships were going to bring the bulk of the army. Yes.
Okay. Next question. Sorry, Tails.
No worries.
And I forgot to do this. I wanted to do. Is the time essence still on the amulet?
Link detect magic for me real quick. I need to check something. Okay. Yes, you still feel the time magic on it.
Now, next question is, do I recall when do I stand with Aldenak that it was like a one-way thing where she could tap us, but we couldn't?
Now being a owner of that orb, you know that it was a two-way.
Next question is, when she was in my orb, was she able to do much?
No, she was not. Okay, perfect. All right, Murda party. What would you guys like to do?
So this is the beginning of the day.
Beginning of the day.
I know that we talked about getting the ship up. Was our party going to use the ship, or we're going to take a teleport?
I was planning on using the ship, but we can talk about it.
Yeah. So, what's everybody's opinion? Do we want to try to get there as fast as we can, or how long does the ship take?
It won't be there. It'll take a full day, yeah. Well, it'll take a day. We'll get there in like the evening.
Okay.
So we either go now through teleport, or we will take the ship and take a day. I guess it really depends on the urgency that we believe Forest is in.
She's been talking to me, so she knows that.
And another thing that you guys would know is that the bulk of the forces will be there within 2 days. The airships are going to carry most of the individuals, and that will cut down their time needed very drastically.
What do you think, Eldon and Rain?
Well, if we're not in a hurry, might as well just see the sights and see how this fancy ship is working.
I think we are in a hurry, but
I would say they were in a hurry.
I also want to get there with like our forces because I think this is going to be a lot.
I mean, do you expect Aris to do anything while we're in transit?
Where are we having this conversation?
I would assume.
That would be up to you guys. So I would assume at the Silver Fang, but
Yeah.
you could do otherwise.
So Aris during the meeting said he had a plan, but he'd need time, and that was last night. That's why I got everybody to agree to wait until the tieflings engaged. But last night I tried to sending Kyrie, and it got intercepted by the time avatar. He knows we're all coming. He's basically waiting for us. And he also tried to siphon off some of my magical power through the connection. So I think we should go in with as big a force as possible.
Was he able to do that before? Or has he just been getting stronger?
I've been sending her every day, and this is a recent change kind of into her location is the sense I got. And he had, I don't know if he's just aware there or if he had a presence there or what, but he was near her physical location. That's how he caught it. But he's still south, and she is not south.
Well, if he seems to be getting powerful, we should probably get there as soon as possible. Then we can always take the ship back.
I did kind of, the ship is going to carry some supplies, so we'll definitely need to talk to Rumok to see if he will fly it still, because it is carrying, I did commit it to the tower to carry some supplies as well.
Is Rumark in here, or is he at the airship land strip?
He's not in the room with you, but you would be able to find him very easily.
Before we go, Dofoodle gave me something for you guys.
Yeah?
It's nothing I am interested in, and I'm gonna I'm gonna give him the newly improved good berry wine that he has, that he gave me, the little samplers.
Brain's gonna perk up.
Just throw,
I'm
just
gonna
throw them all
give-
in the bag of many hands.
How many did he give me?
He gave you basically a wineskin full.
Okay, just one wineskin of new improved good berry wine.
Did you guys know he came here with Kyrie?
Who?
The Foodle.
I did not know that.
He's not from here.
I may have an idea or two, but it's funky, I guess.
That could explain his.
No, he's eccentric everywhere.
Well, I'm more along means his devices.
I think so, yeah. But yeah, we can see if we can get into one of the teleports and see if Rumak will meet us there with the ship.
Yes,
Sounds good.
All right. And you can add in an aged goodberry wine. That is not the one you have. That's a very different one.
I put it in my backpack, but it's
Just put it in
basically
the bag of many hands.
it's in the bag of many hands, but I have it labeled in my backpack.
You can rename them.
Yeah, I have things separated in my inventory for the things I put in the bag of many hands.
I know. You can rename your backpack.
Yeah, and it's. Never mind. It's there, so if anybody's interested, it's in the bag of many hands.
I was excited to learn that. So.
So let's go find Rakith, right?
Rumak.
Rumark.
The same thing.
No, they're not.
Basically the same person.
Rumark, Rakith, Varus, Sassy.
I'm gonna tell him you said that.
That's horrible. Horrible.
I didn't realize the platinum emissary was a bigot that hates different races. Kind of weird, dude.
What are you talking about? You probably can't even name a single NPC.
I know you fucked it up twice already, and one was last week.
Alright, we go by
So-
Rumak.
Very easily, you're able to find Rumak. He's out giving orders, getting everybody prepared to go, making sure that the ships are ready and filled with supplies. And as you come forward, just got the ship loaded up. Iron Tower gave us a nice load.
Yeah. Sorry, I committed it to that.
Easy enough. Just means less people.
Well, we might try and get into one of the teleports today.
Well, even less people. That
And
makes
then
that
meet you
easy.
there, if that's okay.
Being able to fly unsupervised, I am perfectly fine with that.
You know, but like it's new and shiny.
Oh, I know.
Even if we were here, would we have even been able to stop you from doing anything that you wanted?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's a win-win for you.
Don't go into my room.
Considering who built it and her affinity for traps, I ain't touching shit.
There's traps on this ship.
It's fine. It's fine. Just don't try and get into my room.
Is that the only place that we should worry about?
Probably not.
Wouldn't touch the engine core unless you know what you're doing.
Do you know what time the teleports are going out?
As far as I know, they're already doing it.
Let's go. Meet you there.
Yeah. And you see him kind of go back to doing work, and given your passive insight, you see that he has a very large smile on the way out.
Rumak.
Hmm?
Don't try and make any kind of connection with the Avatar.
Wasn't planning on it. Besides,
Okay.
I don't have those kind of magics, so they're a little more local.
With the mirror, I wasn't sure since you aided me, but
Yeah, I can help items, not. I don't have the long distance things. I'm a little more reliant on conventional tools.
just make sure the ship gets there in one piece.
It will end up in one piece.
Okay, let's go before I regret this decision.
He'll take good care of it.
He will fly recklessly.
I mean, he can't hit anything in the sky.
Other airships? No, he's a great pilot. I just worried.
All right. So as you all approach the tower,
Oh my god, whose chair is that?
Oh, that was mine. As you're all approaching the tower, you notice that they have a multitude of teleportation rings set up. And as you walk forward, you see your mother overseeing a lot of the operations. Ah, decided to come with the layman's way of getting there, huh?
Yeah, it's faster.
Fair. I can get you in on the next set. One thing before you go. Take this with you. And she provides you all with a small box.
What is it?
I open it.
Okay. Each of you find 3 regular healing potions and 2 greater healing potions.
Oh,
Is there an extra box for Aris, or is it just for us?
it's just one box.
Oh, it's just one box. Okay.
Oh no, there's a box for each of you.
Holy
Oh.
shit. How many total?
Each of you gets 3 regulars and 2 graders.
God.
And there is a box for Aris. Although, Nihilus, you've noticed that that box is nailed down a little extra.
So 3 regular potions and
And 2 graders.
2 greater.
Nice.
There's a secret in there.
Do take care of yourselves. And make sure my daughter comes back.
She hasn't died yet, so I think we're doing a good job.
Let's not. Let's not.
She just kind of gives you a look that's like half tempted to do something, but also keeping her persona as the leader of the tower. Well,
I reach out to her before she has a chance to respond. I'm not.
I
going
noticed-
to-
Do I notice her restraint her?
with your passive insight, I'd probably say no.
I'm just thinking like, yeah, we're doing a good job.
I probably won't be able to check in, but if you sending me, I will do my best to respond. But once we enter the area around him,
We're not allowing anyone to send any sendings to anyone that's gone into the engagement area.
that's fine.
Just in case it's like before.
I lean in close. He can try and siphon power long distance if he does make a connection, so be extra careful.
That explains what we found with the bodies.
What bodies?
All of the mages he made go pop.
Okay.
None of them had magic power anymore.
Mm.
Do come back safely.
I will do my best.
She kind of gives you a pat on the arm and looks about, seeing one of the portal sets getting ready to bring in the next set of supplies. You can join with this one. And kind of hurriedly makes her way over.
See you soon.
All right. Is there anything else you wish to accomplish before you take this portal? You don't have much time, but
Nope. Been in town a
I-
month.
I don't have any plans.
All right. You all jump into the teleportation ring, and the supplies that are around you and yourselves suddenly find a massive arena surrounding you. And individuals start coming in from all sides, grabbing the boxes that are within the teleportation area. And you hear orders barking out to clear the region to make sure that the area is clear for the next transport.
Probably B.
Which one would you be at?
I would be there.
Okay. So when you look up, you do see Aris up by the table where Inara is currently working on logistics.
Is this like a sand pit area, or is it like
Yes,
Like
it's a training
open?
area.
okay? So like if we look above, it's like open sky. We can see above us.
Yep.
We're basically in A, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. You do see Aris up there. What would you all like to do?
Oh, I'm gonna go up to him.
I'll follow.
Same.
Inara
Hello?
looks up at you all. Going to assume the rest of your party.
None of you have died in the last time that...
You left 4 days
Likewise.
ago.
I know, but I haven't seen Jean in like 2 fucking months.
It's only been a month.
Which
For
this would be
us.
the first time you have seen Gene in his new adult form. With your passive insight, yeah.
My
Nihilus
nice.
told me he was...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't even have a chance to bitch at you last time you went cross-plane. Now this is twice before we've fucking chance. But there's other shit. I'm sure Nihilus has told you. Buried. Sending to all of you guys.
Is this the best place to have this conversation?
I look at Inara, I guess.
If you're gonna keep interrupting me, no.
I mean, is there really any good place to unload baggage?
There are a few individuals that do come up periodically to report to Inara what supplies have come through the teleportations, and then she'll tell them where they're supposed to go, if there's anything of a special nature. And then she has also been giving the deployed troops that come through the teleportations directions on where to go to start getting prepared for the soldiers that are coming through on the airships. They're basically sending the not the leaders, but those that are second in command and things like that to start prepping the region.
I mean, I would like a little bit more information of exactly what is going on here.
More people will be here by tomorrow. The airships are carrying a lot.
I'll tell them about the people getting resurrected.
It's got to be coming from a different timeline.
Doesn't particularly matter. That front is going to be fighting constant. If it does. And we have limited reason. That said, do we know where he is, Inara? Specifics?
Nobody's been able to get close enough to the mountain, and the giant hole that was blown into it has been replaced with some form of crystal.
Probably there.
One would assume.
He also knows we're coming, and I actually think he's waiting for us. And I give Aris a significant look.
And you notice that Inara notices and just kind of shakes her head at both of you.
Wait, there's a hole in a mountain?
There was. Not anymore.
Why was there a hole in a mountain? Was
That's
that where the portal was?
no.
That's where a very strong and very capable being of the ancient times came out.
There. Be able to shift forms? What form?
He's aware of other things that are going on in other regions in the world, and he's definitely not using his current form's voice. He's using his own.
It's also been reported that creatures similar to what you fought outside of the city have been found amongst the dead. I believe you've been referring to them as time avatars.
More than one?
Wait, what?
Yes.
Are they very big? Or like mini?
One of them was about 20 feet across and 30 feet tall.
Have they been seen outside that region?
Oh, there's some by the gateways now.
Here?
See if she can see.
I send my owl with her.
Okay. Give me a perception check for both of you.
I have no idea how to do that.
So if you go to your bird, you'll.
I don't
roll
have I don't have anything
Had to
for
add
my
one.
bird.
Ah, okay. So go ahead and go to the extras on your character,
Extras.
and then you will see manage extras.
Familiar.
Yep, and then find owl.
Just a little normal.
Yeep.
Wait, so you have a familiar now?
I've had a familiar.
Just never used it. And thank God you chose an actual useful familiar like an owl and not a shitty fucking bird.
I don't know. Look at that roll.
Has advantage on perception though. That's the meme about it, right?
I'm pretty sure that that's just the rule of familiars. Familiars can't see shit.
It does
the
give
trend.
advantage on something.
But
Oh,
lucky
I wish
for
my
you,
bird could have given your bird advantage.
lucky for you, the didn't take much to see what's going on. As the birds fly over, there's a few things that they notice. One, there are many different fronts, with the most compact and most dangerous looking to be in some sort of icy ravine. And there are fortifications built up within the ravine, probably from before any of this occurred. And they notice thousands and thousands of creatures, including multi-time avatars of varying size.
Well, that's a wrinkle. We barely survived one of them.
That was a long time ago.
Oh.
That was like 5-6 levels ago.
Guess, how do we get to our end? Once we go in, we're not stopping. I'll have limited, well, most.
How
I-
deep do we need to go in there?
Probably the crystal. Pretty deep.
Well, if you're trying to find him while you're in there, just be aware. This is... I need somebody to make a persuasion check.
I can if.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, I don't know how well it'll go, but let's see how it does.
OP emissary, let's go. Yeah.
She kind of looks you all over, and as her eyes settle on Jean, she kind of just... Kyrie, what the fuck are you...
Can I
Anyways.
insight check?
You can. I'll get to that in a moment. You're not facing a piece. This looks more like the real thing.
Yeah.
Not fully powered, but gaining power every day.
A god.
Yeah.
Kind of the gist I got.
And there's another one. One here and then one in the Demon Spire Mountains.
It's a piece of him. Oh, that's him. There's his avatar's around, like basically his eyes and ears.
So the avatars are at this portal, and then he is in the Deep Spire Mountains. Correct? Is that what I'm
You're
understanding?
currently just north of the Deep Spire Mountains. Like, you can see them off in the distance right now.
It's like
Yeah, but wasn't there two portals like right
There
next to
were.
each other?
He
Aren't
ate
anymore.
them.
he literally sucked up the two portals of them. Oh yeah, I'll explain this. He sucked up the two portals, got rid of them,
No.
and then fucking.
I
Or-
told you guys this.
Yep.
Come on,
He
Nihilus, I would have
absorbed
figured
them in
you'd-
order to
I
get himself
did.
up. Oh, good. Nope.
Well, wasn't there that you said that there are now two like time bubble things over each of the portals?
No. He ate them.
It's a wasteland
Okay.
of time shit. You can see it. You can see the fucking
Oh,
haze.
yeah.
I mean, we're in underground in the training assembly right now, so we can't technically see them, but
I thought we were just in the pit, like the training pit.
You are.
Okay.
And with how tall it is and how much it goes over the mountains, you can see them from you.
I'm
Oh,
still
okay.
pointing off in that direction. If you, when we go out, you'll be able to see. I saw it
So-
before I got to town.
so our destination to a god is the Demon Spire Mountains, correct?
Essentially.
How we get there is still up in the air.
Well, the pass would be the simplest way, but also the most difficult way.
Is there another alternative route?
You could try the air, but I wouldn't suggest going through that. We've had reports of soldiers having difficulties once they've entered the aura.
What kind of difficulties?
Some of them just stopping in their tracks, others seeing visions. A few rare occasions of individuals attacking each other, thinking they're seeing things they're not.
How much did the it give Dale?
It's literally advantage and disadvantage.
For an hour?
That one would be just 10 minutes.
Would we have noticed that ours is a little drunk right now, or has that
That was
passed?
yesterday.
That's way past. Yeah, it was the
Okay,
other.
that's way past. Okay. Oh,
On
Oh.
the other side. Do I notice they have a box?
I was about to give you the box.
If he's handing it to you, yes, you would notice him handing you a box.
What's this box?
There you
What is
go.
this?
A
It's a
gift from my mother. She said she paid yours special attention.
Looking at it, I'm scared to open it, you know. What was in it?
Nope.
Start opening it.
Make a strength check.
Oh yeah, it's locked and nailed down.
I'll use my knife to. I'll pull out my knife and try to.
You can make that a dexterity check instead then.
That's a saving throw. Still +2, so.
Okay, so 21. Yeah, so it takes you a little bit of wiggling, and you kind of wedge the knife edge in there and get one corner up, and then do the same at a different corner, and eventually you're able to just pop it open. Nothing too different. It's still just the 3 potions with the 2 graders, and you notice a small banishment bead in there as well.
Why'd she nail your box together?
Oh, did you not hear how he tried to
We're not
disintegrate
going
my
into
mother?
this. We're not going into this.
Why would you
We're not going into this.
disintegrate
Just-
into another person?
We're
Especially
not doing
Nihilus'
this right now.
mother.
We are not doing this right now. Not doing this right now. I've been freaking out for probably about a week, so I don't need the shit.
Okay, so I guess we should focus on our plans of how we're going to get to a god.
Oh, yeah.
Tell you a bit about the.
Yours is for actually fighting him. What's her name again?
Which
Anara.
one? Oh, yeah.
Have you had any success with maybe like prepping parties with Heroes Feast or anything before they go into the time warped area?
Heroes Feast didn't seem to have any effect, no.
Have you found anything that's helped people?
Ironically, stupid alcohol. He's got
Oh.
a bottle of it.
This stupid alcohol. I shake it.
Hell yeah, I want some.
But it does leave you less in other ways.
I mean, it shouldn't affect me. I already have disadvantage, so, disadvantage on dex.
But on strength, your attacks are strength based.
Just a measly +2.
I'm bringing a lot of... The problem is, I don't think we're gonna find him in an hour, but I don't want to cast special shit in there.
Well, how long is the journey from here traveling along the path to the crystal hole?
It'll take you about an hour to get to the passageway, at which
That's-
point you can start climbing, which would be another 30-40 minutes.
Hey, Dreadstalker and Dealer of Death, you guys have any ideas?
Dreadstalker? Dealer? Who are you talking to?
Rain and Eldon.
Is
I'm
that
going to
is-
interestingly look at the pile of wine bag and maybe take a sip here and there.
All right.
When'd you guys get those nicknames?
They're
Hmm?
titles.
You want some?
Oh, titles. Is this the whole connection of we saved the day? Alright.
Sure.
Correct. 2 graders, 3 regular.
So what's our plan?
That's what we were just asking you, Dreadstalker. Oh, I'm sorry, Dealer of Death? I get you two confused.
Before we go in, who needs to go, or who would benefit from going?
Probably
that's me.
Eldon.
Gonna do myself for sure, and they'll give us 8 hours on that. That's gonna be good there. The other part is Yes. That's only good for an hour. It's not. Because it's going to take longer to get to.
Can you wait until we get closer?
I don't really want to do it as soon as I get in there because I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, we don't know what's gonna happen as we walk through this time thing.
And even if you crashed it beforehand, you don't know if it's gonna work or not, right?
Didn't you said that, Nihilus? You said that he siphoned magic whenever he contacted you, correct?
He tried. I was able to defend against it, but barely.
Do you think if we cast magic while we're in his domain, he'll do the same exact thing?
I think it was because we made a mental connection.
Oh, speaking of mental connections, we have a problem.
Oh, you and Nitsa shouldn't mentally connect to him.
Too late. We're there for that.
I was there for that.
I already know. That's my plan C. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't really want to.
I don't want to know how that's your plan C.
So
I have a thought, but
so it stands Rain, or Bringer of Death, or Dreadstalker. You probably shouldn't use your mind thingy with us in there as well.
oh, if it's
noted.
pretend, yeah, not the.
I wasn't connecting to him. I was trying to connect to somebody else, and he intercepted it. So I would agree with Jean on this one.
I only used it to check up on everyone, you know? Say hi, practice a bit.
Well, I think they're talking about specifically talking as how we normally
Yeah,
have our
even the-
connections.
Even the telepathic connection,
Yeah.
Ah,
it could be dangerous.
I see.
So probably I would assume the tieflings are probably going to be coming with us. Who else is coming? Kind of in the about that.
Did I write no?
Well, didn't the tieflings go with you, Aris? Shouldn't they be here already?
Yeah, they're here. They're with Grelmir actually, but
But we also agreed on in Murder that we wouldn't be taking any action until the rest of the forces get here.
The rest of the forces agreed to wait for the tieflings to take action. They agreed to let the tieflings take the lead. I didn't write any notes from the meeting. I don't know how many people were getting.
I think there was like 100 wizards or something.
Altogether, you're looking at just shy of 1,000 people.
If we wait until tomorrow.
I don't know if we can wait.
If we go right now, how many do we have assembled?
Tieflings, there's, but the problem there is outside the elders, a few have high-end stuff. I'm assuming, I don't know how practiced my sister is. I don't know how practiced Carl is. I don't know how practiced Nitsa is. We've seen what Nitsa can do, but at the same time, I don't know the extent of it. And my dad's gonna want to come, but
We can't be sending all these people out if. From
Hold
my
on, make a perception check.
From my understanding,
Me?
is the whole tiefling group went with them, correct? So that would include like civilians, people who aren't fighters, correct?
no, all the tieflings are fighters. It's like it's like a merchant. They're fighters, but they're think of it as like tribal. How you could look at it. They are capable, but capable warriors, but
But wouldn't sending them? I mean,
I don't want to, but
is there any way to talk them to wait until the rest of them come if we decide to leave early?
we leave early, there's gonna.
I mean, we can agree to take the more capable of the ones, but we saw how badly we were hurt whenever we faced just the fraction of the Time Lord. We can't be sending all of those tieflings in to fight one of them. At least not until the main bulk of the fight. The rest of the army gets here.
I know, but the problem that we're having is we're waiting a day that we might not have. I agree, it's better to wait, but at the same time, I don't know if we have.
We can always sneak out.
The other problem is, hang on, Amelia, how's it going?
I push ours out of the way.
Okay. You notice that the shimmer shifts and starts heading towards the door.
What else do I have?
Do we all
Do
see
I
this?
see this?
now?
Currently, only Nihilus would be aware of it.
I shoot magic missiles at it.
Why'd you just
Okay.
push ours over?
What level?
First level.
Okay. At which point, a tiefling woman suddenly appears and casts shield.
Do I recognize this?
You do. It's Nitsa.
You bitch!
The fuck are you doing?
Scared the shit out of me!
Just information gathering, as any good maid should. I believe that's one of the tenets of the tower, right? Something about that?
Spying on
Sorry.
people's
When
wrong.
time avatars around, I didn't know what it was. I'm sorry.
Surprised you noticed me, though.
I wasn't apologizing to you.
This. Since you're here, just stay here, okay? Because you're probably coming with us. I don't know.
Oh, I planned on it.
This is what. See, I looked to the rest of the party. This is what I was talking about. It's gonna be her probably. It's gonna be. I'm gonna look to her and. But how that how able
Oh, I think I could handle you quite handedly. Your friend, too.
but what about the other two?
Carl's still injured, but might be capable. Kalki's definitely a very good healer, but if you're bringing her into confrontation, just be aware she does not have much in the way of ability to handle enemies.
How
We
is your
can't-
brother still injured? If we aren't leaving until tomorrow, I might be able to do something.
We can't send an injured man into battle.
So this is the
injuries
way
he has are a little different.
all residual stuff from before.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I aid that?
How would you aid it?
Last time we met, I showed you I cared about your family. I wouldn't just ask if I didn't think I couldn't help.
Okay, you can make your own independent persuasion check.
Perfect words.
Wonderful.
He did something stupid, as is his wont, and now he's paying for it. He'll be fine in a few days, but it's gonna take a lot out of him until then.
This is a real pickle.
My plan is to
Okay, let's hear it.
I need to get up to him. I need to, or really, I need to get up to there's body. Close. I need to be able to get in melee with her. And I don't
Is that
know.
all?
That doesn't
I-
help the decision of what we're gonna do now.
That's not the problem. Here's the thing, that the way I see it. He gets stronger by the day, so if we wait a day, it's gonna be harder for us to deal with tomorrow. That said, it's going to be easier for us to deal with the forces tomorrow. But it's going to be harder to deal with them now. Might burn more resources.
We don't even have half the people who are coming here right now. Most of the murder force is coming on airships.
About 80% of the army is still on the way.
Yeah.
The teleportation was mostly for supplies and the forces they could fit with them.
Have these ghosts and that you've seen, have they tried leaving the time area, or are they staying within it?
Ah, you all finally deemed to have me as part of the conversation that you're having around my table.
You could have chipped in any time.
Where did my table go?
Is there not a table there anymore?
There is no longer a table there.
What happened to the table?
That's what I'm asking.
When I detect magic, did I get anything other than Nitsa?
You did not.
Really? Oh, fuck.
Table.
I know what happened.
Is there a
Please do
tree?
enlighten me. My table disappearing is inconvenient, but
Is
So
there
we
a
have
tree somewhere around?
So we have a bit of a problem. Okay.
Oh, another one. Wonderful.
So you know how Wizard decide situation? So because I was attached to him, Buddy
know
Over
what
in the
happened.
Mountains is attached to him. Now there is like
What?
a pathway pretty well to our consciences, presumably. And Amelia's barricading the way. There's a lot of shit in there. That's probably where it is.
Can you hold it until tomorrow?
She stole the table?
Amelia!
at which point you look inside and you see Amelia positioning a new table between a bunch of chests and drawers and things like that she has against this thing. You also notice that there is a whole pot of wine in there.
Nice.
I hope there wasn't any important papers on that table.
Oh, the papers are on the ground. She only
Oh,
took the
you just
table.
took. Okay.
It's going okay. It's gotten stronger since I've been here.
Then wouldn't that suffice that the longer we stay here, the more stronger his connection is to you?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. This is why I'm freaking the fuck out.
So
I
we're
agree
really
with
on
that.
a time crunch.
I think the closer it seems like the closer it's two. I don't know what's gonna happen when we go into that that shit. I'm okay with waiting if we need to. If we really need to wait, we can.
To.
I just don't know. Seems okay for now.
We can head out first thing, but I think we need to wait.
So what sort of advantage to going early?
Probably he's weaker. But
Probably.
well,
we
yeah,
also-
exactly. We don't know.
But we also
So-
have an army of ghosty people to go through.
This is the thing, right? So it is a certainty that 80% of the army show up tomorrow.
Yep.
But it's only a probability that he'll be any weaker today than he would be tomorrow. Right?
We know he's getting stronger every day.
But you
Right.
don't buy him
I look at Inara, right? That's correct.
As far as we can tell. Now, whether that's actually going to make any difference in a day, unlikely. Keep in mind we're talking about a being that could match and possibly overpower Kyrie in her current form.
That powerful one. Who'd be going with us? It'd be... For Keith coming as well, or is he...
Rakith will be staying up in Closa. He needs to keep an eye on the undead situation, which has apparently gotten far more interesting recently.
about that at all?
Yeah, we know.
You would. The Fae disappearing.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you found out before you left the city.
We had to wait. We had to wait. What if should my plan work? Pretty well game on. Gonna be there.
Well, if we're staying here one day, Aris, I believe you're not allowed to be alone at all.
I think Jean
Never
should really
alone.
stay with you and give you encouragement. It's been so long since you guys have caught up.
I
You're
do
alone?
have a charismatic aura around me.
Wink, wink.
All I'm saying is Zeetman wants you, and the closer we are to this place, the more
Oh, that's what you're saying.
attached he is. So I don't want him to be snatching you out while you're all alone.
Well, I mean, I figured that we're all just gonna be together anyway, so I don't know what preparations we need to make.
Well, is there anything in Lyshan that needs to be prepped, Anara?
We've gotten most of the preparations taken care of. Right now, we're mostly waiting on the people. Also,
I can
the
take a
pass that we're going to is something we heavily fortified for the portals anyways.
look at Carl if we're waiting.
How comfortable are you with other magics?
Why?
Might be relevant.
I have some capability.
Very well.
What do you do?
Made a dumb choice.
That doesn't fill us in at all.
Okay.
Is it true? Is it true magic?
No, hardly. He's not anywhere near strong enough. Too much of a meathead.
Would you say it's cursed?
No, if it was simply a curse, I would have taken care of it myself. As would have Kalki. No, he decided to bond with something he shouldn't have.
Cursed.
No,
Deja vu.
it's divine. In a sense.
And Kalki couldn't take care of it?
Why don't we go see?
Yeah.
All right.
Anara, can we check in with you later to help with preparations?
I think we have everything handled here. Besides, I have to go get a new table.
Saying this, I'm not saying this out loud, but out of character, I'm saying this.
I kind of want to wait for everybody to leave and hang back for just a second.
Okay.
Like all of us, or just you?
I'm waiting for you guys to leave.
Okay.
All right. Does anybody try and stop her from doing so?
Nah, I'm gonna see what's up with this whole magical curse shit.
Just for a second. We're the only ones in the room. I want to say something to Anara.
Okay. And when you have a moment alone, she's picking up her papers that are on the floor. What do you say?
He knows I'm connected to Kyrie, and he's going to try and get to her through me.
So are you trying to tell me to kill you now so we'd have a chance?
I don't think Kyrie would be okay with that.
Which is the only reason you're still alive after saying that. You endanger her, I will kill you.
I see.
Doesn't telling the truth is so wonderful?
You seemed familiar with them, so I wanted to give you a warning. And I turned to leave.
When he shows you the truth, ignore it. One thing you'll find is that he doesn't lie. But it doesn't mean that it has to be.
And I try and catch up with everybody else.
Instincts. My instincts. Hell yeah.
Alright, so you catch up with the others, and as soon as you do so, Nitsa pipes up. Well, wanted to go on an adventure, suddenly didn't want to go on an adventure. Now catching back up.
Does this all the time, you know?
I'm sorry, someone stole a table, so I was helping clean up.
Well, I understand why she's your friend now. Also likes to go and abandon things.
You know, I'm not quite sure who that was directed at.
That was a shot at both of us.
What did I abandon?
But it doesn't take too long, and at this point you are greeted with a lovely portal on a tree with nothing else around it except for a house that's about 100 feet on one direction and then another house that's 100 feet the other direction.
Nice.
The guy that owns the place is a little weird, but he's got good wine. Oh, that'll make this easy then.
Know that, but you. What were you doing?
Preparing. As I said, preparing.
You already know that.
Already know that.
Tap her shoulder.
Alright. So, as you all come in, you are greeted by the biggest vat you have ever seen. You could fit your entire party inside of it and swim in the amount of wine that has been created.
Oh my
yesterday.
god!
That is a lot of alcohol.
Ah, more to join the party.
Rain, just because you can swim in it does not mean you should swim in it.
Hey, I remember you.
Finger guns, let's go.
If you come on over here, I got a new batch for you. It's even better than the one I gave him yesterday.
I go first at the line.
Oh, are you doing anything else today? Very important question.
Potentially.
Maybe drink this later.
Okay.
After that, you'll have a few hours of not doing very much.
I'm gonna. Oh wait, no, I forgot. It's just one bottle. Never mind.
I mean, you could give him a sample if you wanted to. There's 10 charges per.
Count too.
Well, it's actually he gave me a flask of it, so
Yeah, he gave you 10 samples worth, which is one
Yeah.
flask.
okay. So Griamir, we gave your recipe of goodberry wine to an interesting party, and he came up with something. Since it
Ooh.
is your recipe, thought it would be nice if you would have a taste.
Oh, yes. Give me a try. Where is it?
I'll reach into the bag of many hands and hand over a flask. Yeah, here you go. You can try some.
And you see him very gracefully, for a man of his age, grab the flask, start taking a drink of it, tasting it, swirling about in his mouth. Ooh, this is quite lovely. Very refreshing. Where is this individual? I'd definitely like to compare notes.
He's in Closa right now.
Closa. I will make sure to stop by at some point. Ooh, this gives me an idea. I need an elk and some wood.
You know what they say, sharing is caring.
Right, and you see him going about trying to find an elk and some wood. And Nitsa, in turn, leads you all to one of the houses that's behind the mansion. At which point you find a Carl, who is currently in bed rest with a wrapping around half of his face. He is not, and Kalki is currently giving him administrations.
What did you do now?
Just borrowing some power.
Who is that? Who else is in the room? Is it just us? And then
Just
them?
you guys.
Just stop being vague with this shit.
I'm gonna divine sense.
Okay, go ahead and make a divine. Oh wait, divine sense just gives it to you.
Yeah, detects any notion of good or evil, celestial fiend, undead. I'm just seeing if I sense any presence of that on him.
You do. You notice a new celestial vibe.
Is it a good celestial vibe or a bad celestial vibe?
Solid
term-
neutral.
In terms of how Jean views good and
Jean would feel as evil.
evil.
What were you trying to bond with?
Something evil.
It's not evil.
We know your definition of evil is not technically.
Just found an interesting individual that was willing to help me protect those I care about better.
Does this interesting individual have a name?
Yeah, a name would be good.
Make a persuasion check.
We're in a room. I'm gonna be real with you. Well, maybe you guys trust me a lot less nowadays, but you know, you get where I'm coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say if I could help, but I don't think helping with that role would do anything good.
So as you do this, you notice Carl kind of look about. Look, I get what you're saying, and I'm not 100% sure about its name myself. But They're supposedly compassionate. Even Kalki was okay with them. But they needed something to be able to come to this realm. Supposedly a god?
Great.
So you
Another
signed
one.
a contract with an unknown being?
Uh, he's not entirely unknown.
Can't be that
Why
good
is
of a
it with tieflings that everything is a guessing game?
can't be that good of a god if it hurts you in the process of making this pact.
I kneel next to Kalki. Kalki, what have you tried?
Done some healing spells, and I'm able to heal what's his, but I'm not able to heal the other aspects of it.
Other aspects.
He traded an eye.
What's his right hand look like? What does his right hand look
An
like?
eye. He traded an eye.
His right hand looks fine.
Okay.
Make a religion check for anybody that's proficient.
That was a shit roll.
Sal, you're better than mine.
Boop boop.
Aris, you've, in your readings, particularly when you were looking into some of the more interesting aspects of what's been going on in the world recently, you have come across an individual that shows up in times of trouble and has a, I guess you could say, aura that is known as the Doombringer or the God of Revenge. You would also know them by the name of Hor, Hoar.
So I was
Is it a
expecting this-
god or is it?
It is indeed a god. They are generally considered a neutral god, as depending on who the revenge is against, to kind of determines what is considered good or not.
Do I know how it aligns?
You know the three tenets: violence repays violence, evil repays evil, and good repays good.
So he's either an oath of vengeance or oath of conquest.
I would say it's probably vengeance.
Kalki, have you tried Greater Restoration?
I did. It didn't do anything, in large part because it's not wrong in the way that restoration's looking for.
Well, even if it's not necessarily cursed, it should be able to adjust anything that's affecting his abilities or his health.
It seems that he's trying to acclimate to the eye, and it hasn't fully melded yet.
I know I'm stretching this, but if it's a so-called gift, then it's probably not going to be able to be cured.
Well, cure wounds can help with stuff that's like exhaustion and like it helps with other stuff, not just like curses and shit like that.
And you would gather from what Kalki's been doing that the more physical aspects are fine now. Now his issue is exhaustion.
Greater Restoration can help with exhaustion.
It can, if you have 4 more of them.
Are we leaving tomorrow?
That's whenever the... From what I'm understanding is I think it's all agreed that we're staying the night here, then leaving whenever the army gets here.
If we go tomorrow, I can have him battle ready.
I mean, anything you can do to make me battle ready, I would definitely take on.
I need everybody, or I will be tapped when we go in, if we go in today and do this.
I mean, so it's a consensus. Do we go in today or wait until tomorrow?
I think
We should wait.
everyone's
I think we have to wait.
opposed to going
I don't
today.
want to, but
Okay. I pop my 2/5, my 6th, and I steal another 5th from my amulet.
All right.
Go ahead.
Good. All right. So as you start curing with greater restoration over and over again, each time you feel his body getting a bit stronger and a bit stronger. And finally, you notice a bit of glow coming from his eye. And as he removes the headpiece that's covering it, you notice that what was once very dark red eyes, one of them now has a silver sheen.
Silver's a good color. I'm a little tired. I'm gonna sit down.
I don't fully get what you did, but thank you.
I offer a cup of wine.
I don't think that's a good idea just yet.
Do we have the ability?
I can't because I took wizard levels. It's also expensive.
Jed, isn't it like 1,000 gold or something like that?
Yeah, it's really expensive.
Well, she said that wine helps, so
But
So-
Which I don't understand why wine would help if the hero's feast didn't.
it's intelligence that we gain, not wisdom.
It's both.
Hero's Feast does both wisdom and intelligence?
No, hero's feast does wisdom. The wine does both.
Well, that's probably the factor. It's intelligence saving throws,
I had
not
to make
wisdom.
I had to make wisdom against him.
I mean,
That
isn't
was a direct thing versus a passive aura in the region.
Mm. And what does your mental palace thing do?
oh, it's like anything that's. I can I can upcast it though. But I have some. I'm gonna bring some bit of both. Whatever else. It's also a 3rd level. So.
I mean, we do have the added bonus that you're tagging me along, so my my charismatic personality will help against any attacks against our minds as well.
I will be putting
Should we talk to him about maybe getting some wine that doesn't hit as hard? He seems to be interested in making unique brews of it.
Wouldn't all alcohol abbreviate your senses, though?
Well, he started with just goodberry wine, which was different, and it's become this. Well, we could ask him what other brews he has available.
A non-alcoholic version? That's
Not
the
necessarily, but we can maybe one that doesn't hit as hard.
I mean, we can always ask him what the properties of what's providing the protection.
Yeah, we can go talk to him. Now that Carl's feeling better.
Yeah, let's do that.
We make our
Alright.
way to Grimmere.
And as you're making your way out the door, Nitsa kind of stops you at the entryway. Thanks for helping him.
If our patrons can find a way to work together, surely we can.
And she just kind of gives you a nod and goes to look after her brother.
And I keep walking.
All right. And it doesn't take much to find Grilmere, although he is currently in the mess of bleeding an elk. Ah! Back so soon. Won't be ready for a few more hours, but gonna make a good blood wine.
We wanted to talk to you about possibly some other vintages you have available.
Oh?
So, we heard that it gives a mental ability, but has a deficit against physical ability.
Oh, the one I gave him yesterday. Oh, yeah. That one's real great for helping you think.
Do you have anything that helps you think without hitting you as hard?
Well, what's the properties in the wine that's giving the intelligence fortitude?
I mean, I put in some things that help you relax and a few things that help you focus a bit more.
Could we get a brew with things that help us focus a bit more without the relaxation?
Maybe. Be really bitter though.
That's fine.
All right, give me a few hours and I'll see what I can whip up.
As much as you can.
This guy's coming back with some Adderall, dude.
That's essentially what he put in it, yes.
I mean, at least they're not gonna have. Hopefully, this venture doesn't provide us with dexterity and strength disadvantage.
We're all gonna be fucking hooked on this shit.
It is the real copium that we're taking with us.
All right. So while he is crafting that, is there anything that you all would like to do?
Potentially wine that doesn't get us
Adderall.
fucked up.
Adderall.
But what time is it?
3 a.m.
No, we got here first thing in the morning.
Yeah, it's bright and early. You guys are probably hitting close to the 10-11 o'clock time frame now, but yeah, it's still morning.
I will just help
It
organize the
definitely is.
supplies and get stuff ready for people as they come in.
All right, and easy enough to do. You are able to get them situated. They're moving most of the troops into Grilmere's fantastical city, and he is giving them all wineskins to help them relax before the big day, whenever it's going to happen.
What does the city of Lashan look now that we've been running around the place?
The
It
map is
really-
literally in the
it-
game.
Well,
Yeah,
I
really,
know that,
really-
but can you
So
what
it
does
is
the city look
definitely a
like?
farming town that is growing out of itself. So it is a collection of major farms with some housing in between, that's starting to get large enough that it can't stay a farming community for much longer if it's going to keep growing. And there's a few tens of thousands of people here, but there's definitely some sectioning off of what seems to be the major farming families in different corners of the city. And the Silver Fang just kind of took up residence smack dab in the middle of it.
Okay, so it's like a weird mismatch of farming villages, and then it's starting to sprout into a city.
Basically.
Okay. I want to go see if I can talk to Nihilus real quick.
Talk to who?
Nihilus.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume I would kind of know where she went.
Yeah, I would have said before I left.
Yeah. Hey, Nihilus. I know that you have a lot of ties in the tower, and you love books. I was hoping I can ask a favor out of you.
I won't agree to anything until I know what the favor is.
With your supervision, because I'm probably going to need your help, could either you or you lead me in the direction of somebody that I can get access to the tower's books?
Why?
I would like to do some research on the area of Navir.
Where is Navir?
It is the city with the Draco Lich in it. It's basically my hometown.
I'm sure you don't need access to the tower's library for that.
Well, I'm trying to find really, really, really old records, and I don't know if that is...
What would I know about Navir?
You would know that it was originally a human region, predominantly. There were some dwarves and gnomes and halflings and all that lived in the area as well. But it was part of the human kingdoms before the portals came about.
Would I know anything else because my age?
You would also know that it was famous for its ability to get some rare ores. So it has very deep mining as an aspect of that. You would also know that it likes to flaunt it having a long history. It's not quite as long as Valorant's. Valorant's is definitely the more capital of that region, but Navir is also built upon cities that have existed for thousands of years.
When we get back, we can try.
Okay, thank you.
Torek would be the one to talk to.
Torek?
Yes, you've met him. The gnome.
All right. Anything else that anybody would like to accomplish throughout the day?
Once I'm done with that, I will be sticking to glue to Aris.
I will follow, though not as just more behind them.
Gonna be around the group plan,
We're all just circling each
around
other.
the family, see who's going, I guess, who plans on going.
Okay. So as you go around, just kind of checking in with all the different families, you notice that there's a somberness to the area. Most of them are happy to see that others are coming and going to assist with this, but the tieflings in particular are taking this as a very personal vendetta. You have had a chance to talk with Sartish, and she's essentially planning to let you actually make the call on when to move forward, but at that point the tieflings are going to operate on their own. She is willing to tell them to try and capture your mother first if possible, but if it comes down to it, they'd rather take it than rather not lose any more to her.
I would tell her if there seems to be a point. How do I? He was there when I was talking about it, wasn't?
Yes.
But yeah,
Which is
so
why they've given you the option to have the last word in your mother's situation, but not at the cost of other members of the clan.
figure we get there. People are going to die before I get. People are going to get fucked up. And
I'm gonna pipe in. How exactly is your mother being controlled by the time god?
this is where it gets weird. I don't know the full. Not aware she was being manipulated, but I don't know if she would have done the same if it, this is the problem I'm having, right? Regardless, we need to get him out of her body. That's
So is it like a possession type of thing?
right now it is possession. She's well, know that ton about they're currently barricading.
The one that's leading to the
Yeah.
demon fire.
No. So out of
Well,
character. I'm talking
yeah.
about my brain shit. The thing
Oh,
that
yes.
Amelia is fucking blocking.
Yes,
So-
Amelia's shit for.
I saw her there and it seemed defeated. But
Tails, with my clerical background, what do I know about possession type of deal?
You know that there's a wide variety of different types of possession, and you also know that they are extremely difficult to undo.
who's around? It's Sartesh and Jean and
Yeah. With the exception of Nihilus, who's currently elsewhere.
is Netza there?
Nitsa is not there. She has opted to stay with her brother.
So I guess you weren't here when I showed the rest of the group, and I'll just pull out just thing, put it away. Given this, doesn't work. That's I have a
What is
second
the
option,
stone?
but I don't want to do it.
Exactly what is the stone? It's just like an arcane focus type of deal?
It's a divine focus.
Oh, so it's like a holy symbol to me. Have you ever thought of trying to contact Paylor?
I think I got this from.
Oh, so Paylor came to you?
I didn't tell him your whole business. I'm not there.
I was gonna say, like, the fuck? I guess, like, I told I told pretty well everyone aside from you, because you weren't fucking there.
Well, now is the time to fill me in.
Galaki here?
She is not. She is also still taking care of the brother.
Hold some shit. important to him. Somehow, I hope thinks it's still gonna work. That said, I need a better chance. Gonna get right up in there. That connection.
Well, at least you have all of us to help you. Did he say anything about your other amulet, the one that your mother had that was tainted by Zeetman's touch?
I've only got one. G.
So is the stone the same as the amulet?
I had two, but no, the stone's not the same thing as the amulet. The stone is from him. The amulet was a thing that my mother had, and it was probably already corrupted. Then it split in two, and it was just more fucked. So the amulet is literally pretty well a relic. This lets me do fucked up shit. By the way, saw a vision, we were all dead. Afraid, but Astron. But it's been a busy 2 weeks for me.
All this time magic is making my head hurt.
Don't even start. You don't know the half of it.
All right. So, if you guys have nothing else for the day, it's a night before the storm feeling. Everybody's preparing, accepting that as soon as the army finally is here, that they will start marching south. Some refined wines are created, and Grillmere does make a particularly bitter wine that's really good at helping you with your intelligence. But it definitely seems to have some after effects after it wears off.
After effects?
You get the zoomies.
Oh, no.
It's like a caffeine pill type of deal?
Essentially. It will give you double movement speed. It will give you advantage on intelligence-based stats, or intelligence-based skills, including saving throws, for 10 minutes, after which you will become exhausted and be moving at half speed for an hour.
Is it like one level of exhaustion type of deal, or?
Yes, one level of exhaustion.
I mean, that's somewhat better than disadvantage on dex and strength, right? We just take it before the battle. Oh wait, no, it takes an hour for us to walk through that. And it only lasts 10 minutes. But that would mean I was walking an hour through this field with his influence.
And you do know that the aura of influence is well before the encampment.
Can we get some of both?
Yeah, you can definitely get some of both.
Yeah, but the other one only lasts 10 minutes as well, doesn't it?
Correct.
No, I thought the other one lasted an hour.
They both last 10
But it
minutes.
doesn't have an after effect.
Correct. The after effect is immediate.
I want to try something. I'm gonna. Hey, Greemir, can I have a glass of that?
Sure. Pours you a glass and hands it over.
I'm gonna down it. What do I feel like?
Are you immune to poisons?
No, disease.
Okay, then no, you, having had your first truly strong drink, are feeling pretty good.
Could you say like I get the intelligence and wisdom type of good?
Yeah, you're definitely having no issues getting the same results that you would expect. You notice that your hands are not moving as quickly as you would like, and your head is just hyper focused on topic to topic to topic. You can think very clearly,
Oh,
but you're woozy.
oh, Rain, how do you deal with this all the time? I'm gonna then use 5 points of my lay on hands pool to cure me of poison.
Okay, and yeah, you instantly sober up.
Do I still retain the effects?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Give me a. You know what? Give me a medicine check.
Because it's still technically in my system. I'm just
It is.
removing
So
the
yeah,
alcohol.
go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Cheating.
I'm
See
gonna
how well you're able to do this.
I'm gonna guidance
Nice.
myself. And then a D4 to that.
Okay,
So
you know
20.
what? I will give it to you. You at this point have figured out how to maintain the effect but take away the negative of the first version.
And then I'll wait 10 minutes. And then I'll feel the focus go away.
Correct.
Okay. I give a thumbs up. It's like, guys, I found a way to bypass the detrimental effects.
Is that so?
Well, that's
I
part of the
slid
best part.
toward.
Lets you just chill.
No time for chill, Grelmir.
Oh, there's always time for chilling.
Oh, wait, I have another idea. Greemir, can I please have another sample of this?
Of course. There you go.
I'm going to set it in front of me, and then I am going to cast Purify Food and Drink.
Okay. This time you can make another medicine check. As this is not in your body, it's going to be harder. So go
Okay.
ahead and give me a check.
I'm going to guidance myself as well. 19.
Yeah, this one you weren't quite able to get it to work appropriately. Purified it a little too well.
Even the herbalism stuff in it?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was I supposed to roll bad on that?
Oh no, you needed to roll better. This one had a higher DC than the first one.
Okay. Could I potentially pass it up? Is Nihilus with us, or is she still off?
She's still off, but yeah, you're finding that the reason that it worked on the first one is that it had already separated the parts of the wine to your different parts of your body, so you were removing what was causing the detriment. But since it's all still together in the wineskin, when you go to purify it, you purify all of it.
Okay, I'm gonna hand glass to Rain. I hate to say this, Rain, but drink this.
I gratefully take it and then slowly sip it till it's gone.
And you are essentially drinking flavored water.
Ugh! I just
No, not the purified stuff. The actual. Good
Oh,
stuff.
okay, yeah. So yeah, you are greatly enjoying it.
I'm then gonna, I'm gonna touch Rain and 5 points lay on hands her.
And
How
you
does-
are instantly sober.
Do you still
Damn
feel
it.
the focus?
Yeah, yeah.
And that also undid all the other wine that you had been drinking in the recent past.
Hey, at least I'm not drinking flavored water. Ew.
Hey, water is delicious.
Yes, water is delicious. Flavored water, on the other hand.
I'm gonna take a
Yes,
sip
sir.
of my purified stuff. Is it like lightly flavored, like you like a little squeeze of lemon and like a glass of water, or is it like,
Essentially, it's kind of like an infused water.
oh, this isn't quite bad. I think I'll keep this for myself.
More like, more like diluted juice. Like really. Sorry.
Rain, we need to have a conversation for your alcoholism.
I'm just traumatized by what's it called? Flavored water. Okay,
What did flavored water do to you?
it's disgusting.
Okay, well, will find the rest of the groups and report my findings.
Okay. And it's starting to get later. Many others are very happy to hear about the way to kind of bypass some of the issues that are there.
Hold on. Am
There
I the
are a
o-
few that note that you're going to be in that aura far longer than 10 minutes. So that might be one issue that you'll run into.
How many like drinks do we get out of like one wineskin?
One wineskin gives you 10 charges, but the issue is he also has to lay on hands if it's going to get rid of the detriment.
I
I
don't
mean-
necessarily need to get rid of the detriment.
I mean, that's all up to you, but I have to lay on hands myself. I am not walking into a battlefield drunk.
All right. And it's getting close to dinner. Eldon, where would you be?
I mean, could I potentially pass my findings on to Nihilus? She is an alchemist. Perhaps she can purify it a little bit better than I could.
Perhaps, but that would take quite a bit of time.
I mean, if she had purified food and drink as well.
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
Not
Okay.
today.
Okay, never mind then.
Good thought process, but yeah.
Come on, utility spells, people.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Eldon, where would
I
you
went
be at?
combat today. Paper.
Paper?
Pepper.
Okay, well,
He fell asleep.
Nihilus, what would you be doing?
I would be looking for Eldon.
All right. Well, I guess we'll put a pin in that until Paper gets back, and then anything else anybody would like to accomplish that night?
Because I don't need dex or.
I don't need dex or strength usually.
That's up to you guys, but my moral code stands. I'm not drinking alcohol into battle, so
I'm bringing it into like 4.
I'm pretty sure
I can
Eldon
cast
will
a fourth level.
will enjoy me also cleansing his wine as well. So
If it, can I spare a 4th level?
What?
know.
I'm
would it
okay
give
with
us?
spending a 4th level.
On the intellect fortress.
Gonna be on me regardless. Probably gonna have to cast it again.
You said it was concentration.
It is, yeah.
or I can just purify it for you, so you don't have to worry.
Well, you can't do that for
No,
everybody.
this
for
is
the
what
whole
I'm
time we're
saying,
battling.
Gene. I'm just going to cast Intellect Fortress at 4th level. Then I don't have to worry about it. I have an advantage for an hour, and then you have advantage for an hour. Then if the three of them want to take disadvantage, they can.
Well, he's coming for you and me.
Alternatively, I could put it on both of us, and then, but I just... I don't really want to burn a 5th level on Anti-Life Forge.
Just another thing is you can always just stay close to me.
That doesn't give us advantage.
It doesn't give you advantage, but it provides a little bit of help. I did take Bless as well, so any saving throws I can bless us. Saving throws and attack rolls, yes.
I don't think I should bring concentration spells because I'm going to be hit.
I'll be concentrating, but I'm not gonna.
The problem is I can't bless us while we're traveling there since it only lasts a minute. So...
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
during
saying.
the fight,
Save bless for the fight.
Yeah.
I can upcast it to a level 3 and get everybody but me, so...
Alright. So, Paper, are you back?
He may have his headphones on. Do we have to start the ping?
Alright. Well, I will move on, and hopefully he gets back before the end. Yeah, just we only have 30 minutes left, so... Alright, so, the night completes. You all are able to get your long rest.
Are we all in separate rooms, or did we bunk together?
That would be up to you. You would
I
be
would like to
more than
bunk
capable
together.
of taking a house
Yeah,
of
I think
your
we
own.
should all bunk together.
Ask real quick, do you want?
I
Yeah, let's
messaged
go ahead
you
and get-
that. I messaged you all I was going to talk to him.
Yeah,
about.
I got it. Thank you. If need be, I can run it by him afterwards. Yeah, we'll probably need him for the last part if he's gonna be in that. But while he's doing that, I will go ahead and describe some of the things that occur the next morning. So, as the sun rises, so too does the horizon fill with a collection of airships that have been running non-stop from Murda, landing off in the farmland directly north. They start to unload the different soldiers that are from the different companies and factions, eventually making their way through the Silver Fang and then to some regions to get some rest and relaxation in the Grilmere Fantastical City. It takes a little bit of time, but eventually all the airships are able to complete what they need to. And there's a buzz in the air. All attention is starting to be turned towards the tieflings, waiting for the call on when they will start marching forward. As this is going on, a few other aspects do pop up. Nihilus, you are visited that very morning by Carl. My sister might kill me for talking to you, but I had a question for you.
Yeah.
I'm kind of new to this whole gods thing. How important is all the praying and things like that?
Depends on your connection.
It's pretty literal. But I promised him that I'd make sure that anybody that hurt me and mine, I'd return in favor. And he gave me this. And he kind of points to the eye, which now that it's had a day to heal in its bit, you notice that there is an otherworldly aura to it. Similar to what you would feel with magical items.
Are we talking a pact or a faith-based relationship?
If you mean like what my sister does, no. This one's a bit more mutual. It's... I made a pact, and in turn, he gave me this, but all of this... It's just so new. I don't know anything that Avoskia or any of the others had to do that was similar to this, but they also follow Bahamut. Your sister always talks about your god being a bit more in the neutral side of things, so I thought maybe you might know a little bit better.
I've studied more magic than religion. The way he's talking about it, would I have any better idea of what he has going on?
Make a religion check. Okay. The big thing that you would be able to figure out immediately is this is definitely not a warlock pact. This is definitely a paladin pact. And you would also gather that it truly is a gift. Whatever the eye has become, it is something that will be usable for him. Now, what that looks like, you don't know. But this definitely seems to be essentially his welcome aboard package.
Does it come with 2 rooms and airfare?
Yeah, and 1 bottle of water, but if you drink the second one, it's $2.
Well, Carl, praying to your deity can lead to an improved connection, keep them aware of what is going on, and they may be able to provide assistance. But I think improved connection and clarity is one of the most beneficial aspects of it. Mishra's a little more hands-on with me. I've actually been able to communicate with her that way.
Wow, alright. Yeah, alright, well, I'll definitely give it a try. Kalki's been bugging me non-stop to make sure I did my daily prayers, and I did them, but I watch her do hers, and she's so devoted to them. I just don't feel that. But I don't think Hor cares.
It can be more about clarity of connection, or you could even spend the time in meditation, focusing on your goals.
Okay. Well, thank you. And I don't mean this in any bad way, but please don't tell my sister I came to see you instead.
I don't think your sister and I are going to talk very often.
She means well. I know she could be, well, her, but she cares.
And that's what matters. Oh, too bad Jean wasn't asked about this, huh?
All right. Aris, you are also visited in the night, but well, you were on the phone, so I didn't want to interrupt while you were doing that.
Remember,
however, your
all
visit
in
is
this
not
group. Don't get kinky.
in the room. You wake up to Amelia going, help, help. And you notice you are no longer on a bed. And when you look inside, you see that the door is partially open. A set of red fingers wrapping around the edge of the door. I'm so sorry, son. And you see... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Is
And then
the...
you see
Sorry.
Amelia starting to push. Go ahead.
The red fingers, it's my mother.
You can definitely tell that it's your mom.
So I'm in the orb.
Mm-hmm.
So she can... I'll let her keep pushing.
Are you just gonna stand there, or are you gonna help
fuck!
me?
I'm sorry, Tails. I'm gonna ask. Does he know? Does he know about this?
Which he...
Well, I'm kind of directing this to.
Amelia just kind of looks at you with a confused look. I don't think now's the time to be talking about Rock Dottie or Ricky or whoever it might be. I'm kind of busy. But as you just keep looking at your mother's hand, she just repeats, I'm so
Fucking-
very sorry.
Do I believe it? I make
Make
an insight check.
check. They seem to be.
So, okay. Can I... Okay, this is important. Is this before I go to sleep or after?
This is after you went to sleep. What are you gonna do?
Amelia, how strong is it? Can you hold it for a few more hours?
Her jaw literally drops. If you help me close the door, maybe.
What's Fluffy doing?
Fluffy's also pushing against the newfound bed that is now in there.
Okay, I'm not gonna be much help. This. I'm going to... Oh, okay. Can I cast the...
And both Eldon and Nihilus, I need a perception check from both of you.
Can I cast the stasis on her hands?
Yeah, you definitely could try.
I'm
Eldon,
trying to
you
get her
hear-
to stop trying to pry open the door.
Okay. Eldon, you hear a clinking sound as an orb hits the floor, coming from Aris's room.
Okay.
I mean, didn't we all decide that we'll be in the same room together?
I think you were staying in the same house. Are you staying in the same room?
I think we're
I-
staying in the same house.
Oh, okay.
Well, in that case, I'll tell Aris what I heard then.
Okay. When you go into the room to tell him, all you see, none of the furniture in the room is there anymore. There is just an orb sitting in the middle. Okay. And what's the DC?
But the thing is, though, it only lasts for 6 seconds.
Alright, you notice the hand starting to shiver, but it doesn't seem to have been stopped. It was close, but it was able to push through at the last moment.
I'm gonna cast it again.
Okay. Eldon and Nihilus, what are you guys doing?
Did I hear it?
I would assume that you both were doing the trance watch and all that, so yeah.
I try and I guess use the cantrip messaging and see if I can connect Aris and his orb.
Okay. What do you say?
Are you okay in there?
Aris, you hear almost as if it's on a loudspeaker within the orb. Are you okay in there? Nihilus, you suddenly hear back, no! Not at all! And he's not helping.
Can we help?
Don't wanna try this shit. Did the second one work?
The second one did not work.
Fuck, fine.
Roll a 21.
I'll run up to the door and help.
Okay. It takes a little bit. Go ahead and use an Arcana check. Okay.
Damn.
It takes a little bit, but as you start pushing the furniture against the door, the hand is pushed back, and you don't notice it until you finally reopen your eyes and stop pushing, but you've also solidified a lot of the furniture around the door, almost as if you melded it together.
Would I have been able to gather what was going on behind it, or
No, all you could see was the hand.
stand the connection, I guess?
This would be relatively new to you, so no.
Well, Amelia should be, okay for a bit. You're welcome.
Remind me never to ask you to help me move. God.
Just want if I could help by not getting close, you know? Case, I guess. Anyway, Fluffy might come for a walk today. We'll find out. I'll let you know. Gonna hop back out.
All right.
Actually, while I'm in there, do I notice anything like different? Like any of the, is it more or less just the same plus that like door?
All you see is the door when you're looking at it.
I see Azervon and Shadow in there still.
You do.
Okay. I'll run, I guess.
Okay. And both of you on the outside, you suddenly see this orb shift into an Aris-shaped person.
You okay?
That door wasn't holding. Door's holding for a bit now. I don't know the intent. Could either be really good or really bad. Like I said, that's my plan C. But we'll see. But, okay. I'm,
Okay.
could have been,
We don't.
I don't know.
You don't have any more furniture in here.
Well, we best get going to deal with this shit then.
Well, it's
I'm
still the
gonna
middle of the night.
finish
so
Oh,
you-
fuck.
resting.
Well, I guess I'm gonna sleep on the ground.
All right.
I mean, I'm sure there's a couch somewhere in here.
Amelia's probably gonna take it.
All right. Eldon and Nihilus, after a brief conversation with Aris, you go back to your watch. Nihilus, if you wanted to have the conversation now.
Eldon, can you alternate trances with me so one of us can keep watch tonight?
Yes, shouldn't be a problem.
I don't trust that woman.
I understand that. I don't much trust any of Aris's acquaintances.
No, not her, Nara.
Who?
The
Actually,
the Electrum here.
what's happening?
Oh. When I hung back to speak with her, she basically threatened to kill me.
Okay.
Fuck you. So I just,
Alright.
she's
Yeah, do what you need to do.
she's got a lot of weapons. She's very dexterous and has some magical capability, but I just want somebody to be on watch tonight. So if you could alternate with me.
Yeah, no problems.
I'm gonna go first, and I start getting in a comfy trance position.
Okay. And as mentioned before, we fast forward back to the morning where the other soldiers have shown up. Would you guys wish to move on to the assault?
No.
Tonight? I was about to say.
Oh no, this would be the next day.
Pretty sure we'd be going right away, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you wake the next morning, and getting everyone situated, you talk with the tieflings, and they in turn talk with Anara, agreeing to begin the march. It takes about 30 minutes before you get to the first barrier of the time aura.
So there's going to be Gift of Alacrity, cast twice at first level. Both want to make. +8 to. Next thing I'm going to cast. Who wants what you call it?
Locked
Black
Fortress.
Fortress? Yeah. Gonna be me and somebody else.
I think it's most beneficial on Eldon.
This gives advantage on saves, right? Would be saves, surely, right?
It saves for sure. Yeah, saves.
El-
and
Eldon
you have
Rain,
that's the other
I think
thing,
it
and
would
you
be
have
most
resistance to
beneficial.
psychic.
Give me that
I have good
shit, dude.
charisma.
It's probably gonna be int that we're.
Yeah, whichever.
I'll throw it on Eldon and myself then if no one's.
I'll drink the wine.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
cast that 4th level.
Are you sure you don't want me to purify that for you, Athena? I mean, Nihilus?
Sorry, my buff alarm was going off. I didn't want it to go through the mic.
Do we have to do the preparation now? Would it not be better to do it?
I mean, it
We're
lasts for
going
an hour.
in now.
Yeah, we'd wait till we get right up to it.
I would wait till
well-
we're at the barrier before I start.
What I'm actually asking is, do we have to do it tonight as opposed to next week?
Well, we got 10 minutes, so
yeah, I could
Gonna do
with
it
10
next
minutes
week.
of sleep, honestly.
Yeah, we're not doing the battle today.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna need an intellect save from everyone.
Everybody is within 5 feet, 10 feet of me gets the +4.
Advantage, by the way.
I'm
I'll
going to
Oh
reroll.
my God!
I'll
I'm gonna
reroll.
D4 gene, and that'll be what everybody's D4 addition is.
I'm going to
I know it's just straight 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna
it's
let
my-
Eldon reroll.
It's my
Okay.
aura of courage that provides the +4 to everybody.
Everyone? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful.
That's par for the course, really, isn't it?
Eldon and Rain, can you both?
I
please
need to
give me-
reroll. I need to
Okay.
reroll.
Go ahead and reroll.
And then
Let's
add
go.
4 to that.
All right. Eldon,
19.
please roll me a D8. All right. So Eldon, as you look out, you see the snow-white plains ahead of you with a large mountain. And then you see a forest that you're very familiar with. A small lake just off to the side with a small island in the middle of it. And this pathway that you're following seeming to lead off to the side. You are currently seeing your home rather than the land that's in front of you. But the terrain has been fit to match what's actually there. So you currently have disadvantage on all sight-based skills for the next 20 minutes.
God.
Ooh, there goes your perception.
For 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What does sight-based skills mean?
So perception, investigation, like if you're looking at something and you need to roll like medicine, you're gonna have disadvantage of it. If you're smelling something and rolling medicine, you're fine. Attacks are not included in that.
Okay. I mean, that doesn't really change much.
The DC must have been low if ours saved against it.
He rolled a 15, so. All right. So as you all start marching forward,
No, I rolled
You-
27 because I had.
oh, yep, so even more so. But yeah, so you make your way over, and you see off in the distance, about 15 minutes later, a fortress that has been built up, and some encampments that follow behind it. Let me go ahead and show it to you. This one might take a while to load.
How are all these people doing okay? With
Bless you.
I'm gonna get into that actually.
holy shit, this is a long ass map. Hey, look, Fabio is here.
He is. But the thing that you notice about Fabio is he is not eating his pork because it is currently dangling at his side and he is just staring at the fire. And you notice a few other soldiers making very strange movements. Off in the distance, you hear one soldier start screaming out while other soldiers apprehend him. as he calls them, demons, and charging at them, attempting to kill them.
Did
But
roll
that
20
seems to be
does
the rare one.
not like this map, dude. It does not like it one bit.
It does not.
Oh my god.
If it's too big, I can shrink it down, so I'm kind of glad we're not using it just yet, but yeah.
It loaded now. It was just a pixelated mess for like.
Oh, it
Yeah.
loaded fine. It just.
Scroll down.
Oh my god!
It is a very long map.
And what you notice off in the distance seems to be a collection of individuals going up the mountain. And those of you that have expertise in history, you notice that these are individuals from different eras. These are individuals from different regions. They're not all native to here. But for some reason, they're all looking at this gate, but staying behind what seems to be some invisible line, just as it reaches the base of the mountain. And that's where we're going to pick up next week.